Greetings, duelists, and welcome to another video. So, by the time of this recording, you already know that we already had our TCG Forbidden Limited list. And despite a lot of welcome changes and some not welcomed ones, I figured it was a really good time to revisit something that I've discussed, if I remember correctly, the beginning of last format, if not the one before it. This one unorthodox move that Konami has made is semi-limiting all the Dragon Rulers. I know that a lot of people are going to overlook this change, and some are inclined to believe that they should have been all limited already, and they have been severely power crept. The last time we saw the rulers alive was around 2015. They were all limited. Uh, so it's pretty much been close to a decade without the rulers being in the TCE, and definitely even longer if you count them at multiples. To this day, Dragon Ruler format is still one of my favorites to in the Yu-Gi-Oh history, and it was one of the formats that aided my prowess as a duelist. It, it was a tier 0 deck back in its time, and facing mirror matches, anti-dragon strategies, and other challenges were hurdles that I had to go when it came to this deck. Those times have already passed, and we're pretty much at a point in the game where grind games are rare to see. Pretty much the first turn is the most important turn when it comes to this deck of choice. If you cannot provide a strong board or be able to break boards on the turn going second, then your resiliency won't be able to be enough in this format. Dragon Rulers back in its prime was impressive because of tempo game. Like the later the turns went, the stronger the deck was, and it pretty much just outpaced any deck in the format. Now that we cleared that up, we have two goals when it comes to mine if we're going to play rulers again. One, we need to make or break impressive boards. We need to do enough to handle your opponent's engine and non-engine, and we need to be able to do this consistently. But yeah, without further ado, let's begin. So, if you remember, a while ago, I tried to make a dragon pile deck. This was something that I made a little bit before the rulers. Let's see if I can find the real pile. This was the pile deck that I made last time. There are no rulers in this list, but I figured if we're going to incorporate rulers, we need to look at dragons in general. There are so many strong dragon monsters that we have in the game, and some of them really could hold their feet like in this format. For example, the Bestials are a very strong example of this. The Chaos Modern Dragons, the Red Eyes cards. We're now getting Blue Eyes support next year, like in a new structure deck, and those are already really strong. At least they look very, very promising. The Tempai Dragons are insane. Like these probably top 3 deck in the game at the moment. So we have enough dragons to work with, and pretty much I just wanted to showcase what can we do with those dragons with the dragon rulers. I'm just going to showcase you a few examples. Like the here you see that I'm cycling through a lot of different dragon monsters. Like we have Genroku in our hand, we have Nurse Dragon Maid, and what I'm going to show you is not the most impressive end board, but it's something that can take into consideration when it comes to rulers, because like again, like we have so many dragons that just give you a lot of card advantage. Like the Rocket Engine already gives you a +1. The Dragonity Engine also gives you other pluses. The Dragon Maid engine, the Dragon Maids are really, really strong with rulers, because they not only do they provide the bodies for the rulers for banishing, it also provides Dragon Maid Shoe. With the ban of Appaloosa, now we don't have enough Omni Negates or enough ways to contest against your opponent's like disruptions or make a solid negate, like if it's not like in theme. And Dragon Maid Shoe is a really strong one. If you look at our graveyard, like here's our title, and let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 dragons, 10 dragons in our graveyard. So like Title is just a free summon whenever it comes back. You can nurse Dragon Maid, bring back the other Dragon Maid. You can change over to just resummon Shu again. Like, I'm just gonna keep showing you replays and just just showing you that this is still a work in progress. This is not like the best thing that you can do with dragons right now, but you know, if you're creative enough, like you can just pretty much just solidify like pretty secure combos. Like this is one perfect example that I'm bringing up. Like we banished 2 rulers for the 3rd ruler, and what these 2 rulers did is it gave us a Dragon Maid card and it gave us Genroku. Genroku is like pretty much the best thing we can grab, like because Genroku not only can summon itself for free, but it can summon Fadra, and Fadra can resummon the Genroku. And if you look, if you keep watching, like you're gonna see that we just keep amassing back card advantage. And again, we don't have to make the most impressive boards, but if you make boards that are good enough to just handle what your opponent has, then you get to that mid to late grind game that you want. And when that happens, that's when your rulers start getting pivoting a lot of card advantage. Like for example, leaving this Dragon Ravine here just means that you're just going to dump another ruler. You can banish that ruler for title again. That ruler will just get you another Dragon Body again, and you just keep going. And again, you have enough bodies to make the rulers work, as opposed to like past formats when all you had were just the rulers and a few dragons to work with. Again, this is just more examples that I'm showing you, and this is not like the most consistent thing ever. Again, but like look at this synergy. Like Sanguine Summoning, just grabbing the Genroku is wild. Because you can just, all the rulers are free in their graveyard. The Rocket Launch made it so you can summon Bident. Bident resummoned that. We resummoned Redox. Now we're banishing for title. The Redox is going to add as Nurse Dragon Maid. And now we're activating Ravine. We're dumping Parlor. And then we're going to Reborn. Ring back. We make Spheres. We make Shu. This board could have been a lot cleaner, but like this is like a really good example. Like now, like something that you can do is the Shu will provide you follow up. Just bringing back Kitchen Dragon Maid, for example. Kitchen Dragon Maid can just dump your Chamber, for example, and then you can just use the trap. Reborn Chamber. Chamber can just add us another card. That's way too much follow up already. The Spheres is already an interruption. If you decide to play cards like, for example, Grantos Dragon, this is just another interruption out of Spheres. If we play the Dragoonity engine, you can just summon Crystal Wind Synchro Dragon without your normal summon. And some of these cards do have restrictions. The restrictions is they lock you into dragons. But again, with the Dragon Rulers, that's not really an issue. Like, you're just pumping out bodies and disruptions and like things left and right. Don't take this list very seriously. I do have a few lists like here in mind. If you want to see like a very concrete list with like and have it tested for the next format, feel free to let me know in the comments. But for now, I kind of just wanted to talk about this because again, rulers are some of my favorite archetypes of all time, and anything that can make them work, I will experiment with. That's not to say a lot because again, these cards have been unlimited in the OCG and the Master Duel. They haven't done a lot. But yeah, I will dissect rulers more in another video. I hope you enjoyed this recording. You found this video fascinating to like understanding. Until next time, keep practicing and keep dueling.